Okay, so by now you've probably heard that Google has integrated Google Meet, formerly known as Hangouts, into Google Classroom. And we can see evidence of that right here in our classrooms. So on the left-hand side of my screen right here, this is my classroom, and on the right-hand side, this is a student who is in this classroom. So you can see that we have a Meet link right here, and so the student also has a Meet link right here. I want to show you what happens if I, as the teacher, is not already in the actual Meet, but the student attempts to enter it. So as a student, I'm trying to get in, and it says the meeting code you entered does not work. But if I go ahead and enter into the Meet, and I join this, and then as a student, I try and go in, it'll now allow me to join as a student. Okay, so the issue is this. When I want to end this and I don't want the students to come back in, how do I prevent them from doing that? So as a teacher, I'm going to go into my student list. Here's my student, and I'm going to kick the student out. So remove the student. So this child is now gone, and I'm still in here in the Hangout. So if I go back here to the classroom, and as a student, I immediately click on this, you notice that it looks like I can go ahead and get back in. Unfortunately, right now, Google doesn't have the ability to immediately turn off that link. But as an experiment, this is something that you can try. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this open just so as a teacher I know if someone's trying to get back in, I can kick them back out. But how do we get this link on in the first place? So we're going to go up to the gear, which is our settings, and we're going to go down underneath General. And you see here where it says Meet. Now, what I did to turn this on is there's a little button here that said, do you want to enable this and show it to students? And I said, yes. But you can change the link. So I can simply reset the link, and it's now reset here. So if you notice that my save button is grayed out, so these settings are saved. These are now the same links, but if I go in here, this link is different. So as a student, if I try and go into this one, it doesn't work. Okay, because we still have this session going on right here, the only way to keep our students from getting back into this, right now there's no guaranteed way. We just have to kind of have that wait time. So what you need to do as a teacher, my recommendation would be is to copy this link. So I'm just going to hit Control-C or Command-C on your Mac to copy that link. And then I'm going to close out that session. So if I close out that session and I'm back in my classroom, I would say give it about 30 seconds to a minute. And then what you're going to have to do is go back in, open up a new tab, Control-V or Command-V on a Mac, get back into that session and go ahead and join it and see if any of your students have rejoined. If they have, again, click here, and I can't kick myself out, but go back through that process again of kicking those students out. However, before you do this step, just make sure that you go back into your classroom, go up here to the gear, go down to General, click the drop down arrow, and reset that classroom link. That way, once you do kick them out, the link that's over here on this side for them will no longer be the old Meet link. It'll be ready for the new Meet. And remember, they can't get into this until you've joined it first. So hopefully that will help. Another piece of advice is this. Whatever you do, don't, even though it gives you the opportunity to copy this link, and sure, I could copy it, and I could come in here and I could say classwork, and I could create a new assignment, Meet me for class, and I could add the link in here. If you add this link in here, then what you're doing is you're giving them a record of where to go back to. I don't recommend that you do that. We really want, I'm going to X out of that. We really want the only record of where they go to be right here, because this can be changed automatically. That way you don't have to go back into a classwork assignment. You don't have to go back into your stream and delete something. If it's right here and all you have to do is go up to the gear and go down here and then reset that link, then you know that it's going to be changed automatically for you. It's always in the same place, so guardians can help their children, parents can help their children, independent students know exactly where to go to find that Meet link. And they don't have to search for it in the stream, because if you're trying to search for a link in the stream or trying to search for it in classwork, it can be a little bit confusing. This way, everyone knows this is exactly where I need to go, and the kids can't get in until you've gotten in there first. So hopefully this has been helpful for you by watching this, and also by watching Eric Kurtz's video, who he shows how to set everything up. Keep in mind, again, there is lag time with Google for them to shut off that initial link once the kids have been in there and you've been in there. But hopefully they will be able to improve that in time as we go through this new teaching situation. So I hope you found my video and Eric's video helpful, and that Google will continue to listen to us as educators and make the improvements that we need.